Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to an episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I am super excited to come to you today with another fresh new episode for your Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a great week out there, crushing it and getting ready for the year to come. I know we're talking about a lot, just about prep and planning and everything that goes into the new year, what it takes to run your business, right? And we're very, very heavily focused on like entrepreneurship, leadership, growing. Those are the conversations that we usually have. Marriage Mondays, we talk about marriage and things that we can do to be better there. I don't do a lot of like hard selling, hard pitching on this show, and we're not going to do that today, but I am going to talk to you today a little bit about how I am running my company more efficiently and more effectively through the use of some softwares. And these are going to be some softwares that I'm affiliated with, some that I'm not. I'm just going to give you like the ins and the outs of what we're doing and how we're going to use the softwares to help us grow our company. There's a lot happening in the world. There's a lot of technology that are just like breaking every single day, and there's a lot of things I haven't even figured out that we're looking to implement right now. And so I'm going to talk about that and what we're doing today, how we can maybe help you. Maybe one of these softwares can be used in your business if you're not using it. Maybe if you were just like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know when to do it, when to implement, things like that. We're going to talk through some of that on today's show, and I'm excited about it. I just refed my second to last basketball game of the year. Some of you don't know, I ref high school basketball. That's kind of a hobby that I do. You know, people ask me all the time, what do you do for your hobbies? What do you do outside of work? And it's weird because if you're listening to the show and you run a business or own a business, you're probably in the same boat as me in the sense of like, you don't have that many hobbies. People ask me, and I never want to sound like stuck up, better than you, pretentious, like, because I have my downfalls. But I literally am just like, I really don't. I work. That's what I do. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy work. Usually when I have downtime, I'm on my laptop or on an iPad or on the phone, texting, emailing, quoting, things like that, trying to research softwares, things like that to help us grow our business. And so that is the normal if you are an entrepreneur. And it may not be that way. Maybe you have some friends that aren't along that same path as you. Well, I know what that's like, and it's you just never want to sound like you are better than them. And that's the way that I hope I never come across. Maybe if you're a friend listening to this, I hope I never come across that way. I'm just genuinely sharing like where my passion and heart is, and that is in growing a company where in turn we grow people. Bringing on these new hires this year has been really eye-opening. It's been so fun, like total off-the-street people that have been I've known no affiliation with them before this, none at all. And getting to meet them and start to pour into them and learn about their families and things, like that's so cool to me, and I'm excited to do it. But with that being said, I guess you could call it a hobby of mine is reffing high school basketball. I ref high school basketball. It's a fun little hobby for me, make a little money doing it. But some of you may know I coached basketball, but when I graduated high school, I coached for 3 years, I believe, 3 or 4 years. I think it was 3. I don't remember, 3 or 4 years. But did that right out of high school and up until we had Jack, and it was great. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I love basketball. I grew up playing basketball, and so I'm around the game. I've challenged Cornell Mac with Mac Landscaping to a game a few times now, and he just won't take me up on it. Every time I try to pull up, he's not there. Same thing with Paul Jameson, so if anybody hears this and you're a Mac fan or a Paul fan, share it, send it to them, put it on your Instagram, and tell them to name a time and a place, and I'll meet you there, and we'll put this thing in history books for one and final time. Anyway, play basketball. I love the game. It's fun. I love the team aspect of it, what that brings. I think every kid should be in team sports of some sort. What that does to you as a leader, what it helps you do. Listening to it, like, I hope for your kids' sake, your kids have a very good coach. They have a well-coached group of people and a well-coached high school, little league, whatever career. Like, coaches poured into me and made me a huge part of who I am today. And I hope that, like, when I was coaching straight out of high school, I did it some justice to some of those kids that were coming up under me. And I hope to return to that one day, maybe in some free time when I have to give back to those things. I hope to get back to coaching. But what reffing does is it allows me to stay around the game, keeps me active, also get to make a little bit of money doing it as well. So I enjoy it. It's fun. I really don't foresee me like doing anything else with my free time. I really enjoy that. So play golf a little bit, but for the most part, it's reffing and working. But anyway, that ref season is just about over. So you probably heard me do a few little road shows here, just because long drives a lot of times, and I'm energized and pumped up, and that's when I like doing these shows. So that is kind of a little bit about my hobbies. I don't know why I got into that, but maybe you enjoyed it. Softwares. What do we use in our company every day? So let me talk to you. We're going to start off with some different things. We'll start off with like Yardbook, right? Let's talk Yardbook for a second. I know we have some people in here listening that are early stages of business, 0 to 150K, just trying to get off the ground, struggling to go like, should I go part-time, full-time? What does it look like in there? Yardbook is a great, fantastic, superior option to anything else at that stage in business. It's free. They have a paid version that's $30 a month that, like, really you just have to, once you start making a certain amount of money, it makes sense to pay that because you get a % knocked off of your card processing fees. But it's just a tremendous value. If you truly utilize it to the way it can be utilized, it can take you to 500 plus easy. If you're doing lawn maintenance, easy. You can do $1 million. I know people doing $1 million with Yardbook. Now you're going to do a lot more manual tasks than what you may do with an Element or Job or something like that. But a Yardbook is great. Now Yardbook is not going to help you set your prices. It's not going to help you estimate, budget, things like that. That's not what that is. It is a CRM that's going to allow you to manage your customers and invoice and get paid. That's it. And route. You can route and schedule your jobs that way. But that's it. And so it's a great way to get started, though, right? It took me to $300,000, $350,000 in revenue. It was great. Awesome. Loved it. Highly, highly, highly recommend that. Let's step up a level. What is Element? And I know you're like, I'm just not going to beat around the bush, right? Element has been a game-changing tool for my business. It's not just something that we say like, oh, we use Element. Like, Element is ingrained in our business now. It's a part of Growing Green Landscapes. I will never run a landscaping company without a software like Element. Now, will I be with Element until I die? Who knows? I can't predict the future. I don't foresee myself going anywhere right now with the rate that it's going and the positive trends upwards. It's heading in an amazing direction right now. Like, truth be told, all transparency, I didn't know what was going to happen, where it was going to go when Mark Bradley sold, and they brought in some private equity and had some other just leadership changes and things. But the people that are in charge right now, I've had the pleasure of talking with, having meetings with, and it is heading in the right direction. Like, I'm super pumped and proud to be a part of it, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. But you may ask, like, when Element? Why Element? What is Element? Element is Landscape Management Network, right? That's what the software is something that you can manage your clients, you can invoice, you can schedule, you can route, you can budget, you can estimate, you can communicate, you can do all, you can track, like you're tracking numbers in your budget, you can look at estimated versus actual, you can job cost. There are so many features in there that we don't even truly, like, truth be told, honestly use all yet. That's going to be a big push this year, is to fully utilize Element to the best that we can at the time. But what are we doing with it? What is it? It is transforming our business, because guys, the hot topic for the last 3 years has been know your numbers, right? You've heard every guru out there say know your numbers. You've heard every podcaster say know your numbers. You've heard people make courses that say know your numbers, learn your numbers, do this, do that, all the other things. Use this, use that. Guys, unless you're a whiz with spreadsheets, right, you're not truly going to know your numbers. You can be a whiz with spreadsheets and run your business. Yeah, absolutely. You can do it. It can be done. Plenty of people do it. It is very labor intensive, very cumbersome to keep up with. So I don't see how people that are like managing maybe part-time in the field, part-time in the office, not full-time office devoted, running their business off of spreadsheets. Maybe you can, maybe you're just an absolute whiz, go do it. For the majority of people out there, the growing owner-operator trying to like utilize his time, her time, growing their business, this is going to be an amazing solution to your problem of where does my time go? How do I manage it? I feel like I'm not making any money. I feel like we're turning money, but where is it at? It's not in my bank account, right? It's where Element comes into play. So the budgeting and the estimating features in Element are like second to none. The budget is so simple to build. Like they've built it out in an amazing manner. Anyone with a brain cell can go in there and build it out. Now, you may not get every single section filled out perfectly. That's fine. There's going to be people, you can get in their Growth Accelerator program and get with a guy that's going to help you. And we'll walk you through everything. Walk you through every single section, all that you need done that can help you do it. But for the most part, you're going to get most of it done on your own if you have really any basic business knowledge. Along with the budget, you're going to estimate, right? So once you build your budget, once you build your price list out, so you got to start with your budget, right? Your budget has to be, what are my expenses? What are my wages cost? What are my materials cost? What are my, you go all the way through your COGS. You got to figure out your overhead cost. What is that? What is baked into overhead? And then what is my profit going to be? Right? Like that's, at the end of the day, expenses, overhead, profit. You got to generate the sales to hit all three of those things, right? You want the profit you want to hit. You're going to make $50,000 in revenue at a 10% profit margin. You got to do $500,000 in sales, right? And so you have to probably really more than that because it depends on your overhead and things. But that's all. Again, you get into an estimate, you get into a software, start plugging numbers, you're going to see what all you actually have to generate to make some money. But at the end of the day, it's a software that's going to help you break free of, well, I think I'm doing this, I think I'm making money, but I don't really know. It doesn't seem to be in my account. And so it takes time, it takes effort, right? Let me also preface this by saying, like, signing up for Element is not for the faint at heart. Is it hard? No, it's not hard. It is a very advanced software with a lot of options, with a lot of capabilities that it takes time to learn and get ingrained in. I remember looking at Element for the first time in March of 2024, thinking, when will I ever learn this? How will I know where all these tabs go, where they take me, this, that, and the other? Now I can just about get you to every single place in Element, right? Like I can, it may not get there in 10 seconds, but I can get you there pretty quickly. And I'm still learning, I'm still growing. I'm not an Element expert by any stretch of the imagination. But for the most part, I can get you to the basic functions of the software. And so what we're doing with that is we're taking those systems, right? The budgeting, the estimating. So you build your budget out, you figure out what profit you're going to make, you figure out what your wages are, your overhead, all those things, and it tells you, okay, I have to charge this much money if I want to make 10%, 15% profit. It's that, like, it tells you this is the much you have to charge. There's no in between. If you want to make less profit, you can mark the profit down and charge a little bit less, but like, it's going to tell you have to make 15%. That's a non-negotiable. You have to make 15% to keep your company operating. Here you go. Here's the number. You have to do this. And so it's simplifying the all the extra late night hours, like, oh, I should charge this. Am I charging enough? What is my competitor charging? The what is my competitor charging conversation is like gone. That's so yesteryear. That is so long ago. Why are we talking about what our competitors are charging? Now, yes, market pricing, like, can we be crazy with it? Can we be like way over our market? You can outprice yourself from the market. Yes, and yes. But you have to make sure that, like, you are charging what you have to charge to make money in your business. So the budget's going to help you do that. When you get your price list built out, you're going to see what your materials cost you. You're going to see what your labor costs you. You're going to see all these things, right? And as you do it, you're going to build your estimates. Your estimates are going to be easy. They're going to be seamless. You can build templates. You put them in there. You're going to put your equipment, your trucks, whatever you have, your material. You're going to put your time for your labor. Boom, out the window. Here you go. And if you hit those hours on that job and you keep your material within what you said you were going to, the business makes money. End of there's end of discussion. There's no more discussion to be had. It just works. The numbers don't lie. So don't try to keep going and like stressing yourself out because you don't know if you're making any money. It's just not worth it. Now, all of this to say, right? Element is great. Is it the answer for everyone? It's not the answer for everyone. It's an answer for a lot of people. I know that there's a lot that you can gain from it. There's a lot of benefit from it. Again, all the things we talk about are awesome. Now, maintenance, if you're just running solely maintenance, I still think you should be doing it because I think you should be doing it for the budgeting and the estimating portion. If you have a different budgeting and estimating software, which I don't know of one that exists that would be like, it would make sense to use it this way, but like you could pair that with a job or a yard book or something to do the routing, the scheduling things. But for the most part, right, Element is going to be a huge solution to your everyday needs and problems. So I hope that you can take some like things we talked about here, and I'm not going like crazy deep because we're not going to go crazy deep in podcasts. Like if you want to see my Element account, hit me up. Like we'll talk about it. I'll show you the ins and the outs. If you're on the fence about it, let me know. Like I'll help you any way that I can. If you have questions about it, you're like, it's a lot of money to spend. Yes, it's a lot of money to spend, but let me tell you this. If you are telling yourself it's a lot of money to spend, you need the software. And do you know why you need the software? Because the software pays for itself. You literally bake it into your pricing. You put in your budget, Element software, $500 a month, $600 a month, whatever the subscription you have, $250 a month, right? You put that into your budget. You put it into your everyday operations. It's going to go into your overhead. You're going to recoup that in a multiple overhead recovery system. If that's what you choose to use, the Moore's method, that's a very common method that a lot of guys use. That's what we use personally. And you're going to recoup the cost of the software. It literally pays for itself. And so if you're hung up on the pricing, that is telling me, like, if you think you're in a stage of business where you need it, then you probably need it. Now, yes, it does cost money, right? Like I understand it's a couple $1,000s a year. I'm not going to put a revenue on when I think you should get it because it depends on what you're doing, right? If you're doing $100,000 but you're doing design build work, you should have Element yesterday, in my opinion. Maintenance, if you truly, truly, truly know what you need to be charging, then you may be able to get away with not using it for a little bit longer, right? Because you're just like, you know what you need to be charging, so you're going to say, this yard's going to take me 30 minutes, I'm going to charge $55, here we go. So like, yes, you can get away a little longer. Design build, get it as early as possible. Maintenance, I still think you should get it as early as you can, and start and grow with it. Get it before your company gets too big, because what you're also going to run into is if your pricing is not right, your pricing is off a little bit, and you come in, you build your budget, your price list, overhead, all these things, you get your cost in here, and you're charging $60 a man hour right now, but Element tells you have to charge $72 a man hour, then like your customers' prices are going to go up big time, and you're supposed to hit them with an inflation increase, right? Like 3-5%, whatever you should be doing every single year. Then you're going to look and say, Miss Herfenberg, we were charging you $60 last year, now we're going to charge you $75 or $80. That's a big jump, right? That's a very big jump. And so you have to remember going in, like, don't build your business so big that you get your pricing so out of whack that you have 300 customers that you're all undercharging, that they all need to go up by $20 a piece. Now there's the devil's advocate of that would come in and say, well, yeah, raise everybody's rates, lose 100 customers, do less work, make more money. Like, yes, there's a side of that that is valid. But at the end of the day, you don't want to be mowing and growing and doing all these things in your business, not having your numbers in order. So it's an awesome software. Reach out and let me know if you have any questions at all about it. I'm happy to help. Let me run through a few quick other ones. That's definitely the heavy hitter by far. If there's something I didn't cover in that, reach out and let me know. I'll help you anyway. Email me, text me, DM me. Any way that I can help you, I will help you and share with you whatever you want me to share with you. But the other one we're using is QuickBooks, right? So QuickBooks Online, that is mainly dedicated for my bookkeeper's use. I don't spend a ton of time in QuickBooks. We have our monthly meetings. I read reports. I see things like that. That's probably going to increase this year a little bit because I'm going to manage cash flow better. And so some of those things I'm going to spend more time in QuickBooks, but you need an accounting software. Element is not an accounting software. It's a budgeting and estimating tool paired with a CRM and a scheduling system. Like it's not an accounting software. You need an accountant, you need a bookkeeper that are going to be in QuickBooks or NetSuite or whatever version you like, but we use QuickBooks, right? Get that, make sure that they can track and keep up with your books, keep them in order because it's just a non-negotiable. Again, QuickBooks is $40, $50, $70 a month, whatever. It's money that goes into your budget and it gets paid for. Your customers pay for it throughout the year. So, LMN, QuickBooks. We personally are going to start using Slack for team communication. I've seen a lot of people use it. It's a very popular app. You've probably seen it. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of it yet. That is literally like on my to-do list today, if you're listening real time, is to get in Slack, get our team built out in there, get certain divisions set up, certain groups put in place. And I don't know exactly what it looks like. I'll share with you how it works for us. I think it's going to be great. There's some automations and templates and things you can use in there that I'm excited to see how they affect the just workflow of the day-to-day. So I'm very, very excited for that. A lot of people use Company Cam. I'm not 100% on Company Cam yet. I think there's value in it, for sure. I know there's value in it. I just don't know. I don't know yet. I'm just not 100% sold on it. And if I did a demo, I may be sold on it. So if anybody's listening that's a Company Cam rep, hit me up. I may be able to, or if you as a listener can sell me on Company Cam, reach out and let me know, and I'll be open to the conversation. I'm just not 100% sold on it, but again, I may be. So seriously, anybody that actually has Company Cam, reach out, let me know, and hit me up. Let me know if I need to get it. I'm trying to think other softwares. Like we have those two main ones, QuickBooks, LMN. Like those are our two main ones. The Slack is going to be cool. I literally don't. We use for Christmas lights. We use Jolly Lights, so that's a discussion for next year, probably or later this year. But we use Jolly Lights for estimates, which is great. It's an iPhone app, iPad app, which is awesome. Actually, I don't know if you can get it on an iPhone. I think you have to get an iPad or a desktop or a laptop. But Jolly Lights is great. iScape is good if you're getting into like basic entry level design. You just want to give your customers a visual. iScape is good. It's just a simple app for your phone or a tablet. You can use that and communicate your vision for their property to them. They can actually see there and hopefully use it. Some other softwares that are out there is, you got Jobber, you have Surface Autopilot. There's some other softwares out there. I've never personally messed with those, so I don't truly know. I can't speak to them. I have used Jobber. I've used Jobber and Brighter Bins, actually. Great software. It's not a budgeting and estimating, so you just got to make sure that you're getting got to know your numbers, so on and so forth. But our routing day to day, we use just simple Google Maps. So Element is also great because you got the Crew app. That is Element's app, and what happens with that is the Crew app routes your schedule, and then when the crew lead clicks on the job, it pulls up an option to go into Google Maps or Apple Maps. Automatically, and then you can set your default as well to go into Google Maps. Apple Maps are for the birds, but I shouldn't say that because my Apple Podcast is probably going to drop now. Apple's great. Google Maps are great. They're awesome. They rarely lead us astray. We have been led astray a lot with Apple, so it's kind of a company policy. You have to use Google Maps if you're driving and routing, but it's simple. Click on the app and it takes you to the next place. So that's another benefit of it, right? Talking about the desktop and all that. The Crew app is growing every day. The routing things in there, timesheet completion, all the things that go into the day-to-day workflow is in Crew, and that's getting much, much better. Time tracking, And there's tons of stuff coming with that in the next couple months and years. Like I said, Elman's on a great vision, going great places. But anyway, I don't want to hold you. I don't want to waste your time. This was just like a quick run through, simple softwares that we're using. Maybe this is stuff that you're like, yeah, I already have all this. This was no value to me. I'm sorry if that was the case. I think a lot of people are figuring this out though, and figure out what should I be using, how should I be using it, and if I can help you at all, please let me know. If you want to just sign up, you're like, you know what, it's time to sign up with LMN. Use code Jeremiah at checkout, and with your onboard specialist there, whoever your sales rep is when you're getting signed up, just tell them that we sent you from our show, and you'll get hooked up with some crazy discounts. So you don't want to miss out on that either. There's really good stuff when you use the promo code there. So we appreciate it. Yeah, we get a kickback, but guys, I would preach LMN even if we didn't, right? I started using LMN, was not a part of the affiliate program, anything like that at all. There was none of that. It was literally, I want to use the software. I'm paying for the software. I want our company to grow. And since then, I'm sticking with it. I see the value in it. I'm going to promote it because I promote things that I truly care about and think are going to make a difference for you. You've never heard me talk about something on the show that I didn't think was going to help your business. I will say that to the day I die. We're not getting some meaningless sponsored ads in here that just don't help you at all with your life. It's just not the case. Not anytime while I'm in control are we going to just have random crap playing for you. We're going to have stuff that comes in, brings you value. Now, maybe it's things outside of the industry, right? Maybe there are some things that we bring ads on down the road that are not in the industry, but they're going to help your life in some way, shape, or form. And so I'm excited to hit the year strong. We're going to have another show here coming up on the things we're doing day to day. We've done so much work on our property, things we're getting cleaned up. We'll post some more reels on that, talking through just getting things prepped and ready to go, organized, so things can stay organized and flow seamlessly when springtime gets here, which is literally 6 weeks away. It's absolutely crazy. We're 8 weeks from having a baby. Super excited for that. But I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support. 500 episodes. This is 501. So shout out to you guys that didn't listen to 500. You're in here on the 501st. So you didn't know what you missed on Monday. But anyway, the Monday was a really good show, by the way. You didn't listen to Monday's show, go back and listen. It was a fantastic time there with Savannah on our Marriage Monday series, talking about another great topic there in our 10-week series of growth. So anyway, guys, we're talking about stress in that one. Guys, I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for spending some time with us. I know you can spend your time anywhere. I do not take it for granted, truly. I care about you. Any way that I can help, please reach out and let me know. But that's going to wrap this one up. Thank you for tuning in. Without any further ado, we'll catch you here on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.